Hey everyone, welcome to Death Moth Tarot. My name is Red and I want to thank you all for being here. Today's pick a card reading is on your person's thoughts and feelings. We're going to be getting some details and channeling some messages as to what they are thinking and feeling about you guys. We have 3 options today. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a second, pause the video, see which one is calling out to you the most, and we'll go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Timestamps will be listed below. Hey guys, if you chose pile 1, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on your person's thoughts and feelings. We're going to be tapping in and channeling their thoughts, feelings, emotions, and see what details we can get today. So we're going to start with your tarot cards first. If you hear the construction workers or the heater in the background come on, I am sorry in advance, okay? First out, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. And what came out of the deck, it fell on the floor, was the Magician, and it also came out in reverse. I'm gonna get some more. We have the 4 of Cups. Jumping out with the 9 of Wands. Let's get one more. And we have the Emperor. Okay, pile 1. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So pile 1. Your person's thoughts and feelings right now. I feel like they have realized that maybe their hands may not be the cleanest, okay? I feel like right now, pile 1, your person in mind, they are starting to have some self-realization moments. They're starting to be able to call themselves out on their own BS. They're starting to see their own flaws and faults. If that's something they did not see previously, they're moving into that now and starting to take some self-accountability, okay, for their previous actions or habits, whatever they may be. Regardless, they are doing this and they're doing it kind of on their own right now. They're seeing that their past efforts and investments and the things that they have been doing, possibly bad habits also, communication as well is something I'm hearing, bad communication skills or shutting down instead of communicating. That's something they're realizing that they don't have the healthiest viewpoint on and it needs to shift, okay? Now with that 9 of Wands, that 9 of Wands talks about this person having some very, very strong energy, especially with it coming out with the Emperor. This is a dominant type of energy, whether they are masculine or feminine. It is a very dominant energy, okay? Very powerful energy, very strong personality type of person. So they're not the quickest to back down, let's say, okay? It may have taken them a little bit longer than most people to come to these self-realizations, but nonetheless, better late than never. Okay, so though they're kind of on the in-between stage right now with this 4 of Cups, they're kind of halfway in, halfway out. You can't expect them to be saints and to change overnight. There are going to be times and days where they slip up and slip back into previous habits. But with this Ace of Pentacles being in reverse, normally I wouldn't look at it in a good way, let's say. But in this particular situation, when they do have those slip-ups, overall they will again catch themselves and they will continue, or they will choose to not continue to feed into what was not working for them in the first place, or what was putting them in certain predicaments, arguments, things like that. They're realizing, okay, even if I have to bite my tongue possibly, okay, maybe they're not the nicest communicator when they're upset, very assertive, straight to the point, stern when communicating. They're noticing that when I do that, I don't get the greatest response, and overall it makes the situation actually worse. So, and I don't want it to blow up more than it needs to blow up, let's say. So sometimes, yes, I may be reluctant to back down and pick and choose my battles, let's say. I am choosing to do so now because there comes a point in time in life where I have to put on my big girl or big boy panties and do the necessary work, even if it's work we don't want to do. Okay, even if it's work that previously our ego told us it didn't need to happen or it didn't need to be done. Well, now we're like, I'm growing up now. I'm realizing that's not true. And if it is true, then I'm going to stay in the same situations that I have been continuously being in. And I feel like there's something here with very stale communication. Very, very stale, dry, cut and clear communication. Okay, and not that they need to blow hot air up anyone's rear or, you know, kiss any A or anything like that. That's not what they're trying to do, okay? They are trying to be more reasonable, more understanding, and even again, if they want to say something, picking and choosing their battles again and saying to themselves internally, is it even worth it? Okay? Is it even worth it? So they're choosing not to invest in that anymore. We have beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. You guys aren't the type to back down either. Okay, pile one. If they are the type of person to stand strong, you're like, okay, bet I can stand a little bit taller, a little bit stronger. You know, you're not afraid to back down whatsoever. So it's not like you guys want to go toe to toe per se, but if it were to get to an argument in which you guys are, you know, going at it, not seeing eye to eye, you guys are just really ready about that action. Okay, when you've got two people who are not afraid to back down, then obviously that situation can get prolonged. So you guys have that same fire and strength within you that you love about this person, but also the same amount of negative aspect that they have, you carry as well. Okay, so don't be so quick to point the fingers. If this person is doing some self-realization, it may be okay for you to do some as well. You may love that this person is a strong energy and you carry that within yourself, and that may have been something that attracted you to this person, and vice versa. Your strong energy and personality is what attracted them to you. Okay, it goes both ways, but also all the things and the negatives and the pros and cons that you can point out in this person, you can also possibly point them out within yourself. Okay, so don't be so quick to point the finger. Be willing to see both sides of the story and see if possibly you are playing a role in some of these situations or mishaps in communication, things like that. Also, be willing to do some self-realization within yourself outside of how you're contributing to it. I mean within yourself, self, okay? On a day-to-day, individually from this person, because I feel like that's what this person is doing as well, so it will give you both some perspective. Okay, pile one. We have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay, so this weird energy you guys have going on right now, whatever's going on with the communication, it is very much so temporary, but it was needed, because within those arguments or those disagreements or those gray areas, let's say, you guys were able to learn things about yourselves and each other. Okay, what you like, what you don't like, what this person likes, what they don't, what you will accept, what you won't, so on and so forth. Okay, it was a learning experience. Just because there was turmoil doesn't mean that there's going to be separation. This is all a learning process for you too. There is a heavy sense of boundaries and learning each other through and through, let's say. Okay, so maybe you guys have known each other long enough, but maybe you definitely could get to know them a little better. Okay, pile one. On a deeper level, let's say. A message for you. I'm thinking of you in this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So you guys are energetically connected, pile one. You guys feel each other's ebbs and flows. You guys feel each other's emotions, okay? You guys are tapped in and tuned into each other. You guys may have taken it a few bases, let's leave it at that, but there is a energetic cord that is connected between the two of you, okay? So when you are thinking of them, they are possibly thinking of you. When you are upset with them, they are possibly upset with you and can feel it, and vice versa. When you are happy, they're happy. Vice versa. You guys can feel each other. When you're thinking of each other, you can feel that pull, let's say. So this is a clarification that You guys are definitely on the same wavelength, okay? We have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay, I didn't even see that. So, if you guys, okay, I'm getting a side message. All right, we're going to take it there, pile one. This person previously, before they are like fully moving into this Emperor energy, in the past, they were the type of person to like try to have makeup, instead of talking about the problems, okay? Like, oh, let's go make it up that way, instead of actually making up, communicating, and understanding each other, okay? That's something that they no longer want to invest in, or they are trying to move out of. Of course, some people are just sexual beings. It's okay, you know, so that's still, again, don't expect an overnight shift. That still may happen, trying to make up in that way, pile one. But I do see this person shifting out of that energy again, choosing not to repeat bad habits and bad cycles, and realizing on their own that maybe makeup, isn't the best resolution to what's actually going on. It's a temporary fix, just like slapping a band-aid on there. Okay, pile one. So let's get you guys some more. But a lot of self-realization between the both of you. Between the both of you. It started with this person, but that your person will trigger you to do the same. So that way you guys can stay in tune and stay in balance. You guys balance each other out very well, pile one. So we're trying to keep you guys energetically balanced, so that way you guys can have a balanced connection or relationship, okay? Because I do not feel like this is like, not like a crush situation. Like, you guys are absolutely in communication. You guys have been knowing each other long term, or dating or talking for a decent amount of time. This isn't a stranger to you, pile one. And we have soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Some of you guys may obviously already be in a relationship with this person. This is for singles and couples. But regardless of where you're at in your love life, you both want a solid soul connection. And that is where that self-realization comes from, because it took some deep inner work for this person to even realize, okay, maybe I am ready to grow up and get ready for some serious, deeper commitment that is equal and reciprocal. And their dynamic and their view on love and relationships is slowly but surely shifting, okay? So their intentions with you will also slowly but surely shift and deepen. Okay, pile one. We have cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Exactly. That's exactly what this person does not want to do anymore, because they're seeing it's outdated. I was either A, conditioned, or I have been conditioning myself. And with doing so, I keep replaying the same events and keep getting the same results, keep having the same failed relationships. It's tiring. Okay, that's for that boredom and dissatisfaction with that Four of Cups. Like, I can't do it anymore. Okay. We have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. So again, of course, there's definitely passion, physical passion there, okay? But the emotional passion is just as intense, okay? And with that intensity, it could go left or right very quick. And that's where that hothead, argumentative, not backing down energy I was getting earlier, that's what they're talking about. So the passion is both good and bad, and equally so within you, pile one, okay? So how do you feed the fire? Are we both feeding this fire and this passion in a good, productive, conducive way, or are we sabotaging it? Okay? Are we feeding into it in a negative aspect, or in a negative way, let's say? Regardless, there's insane chemistry between you guys. They notice it. They're recognizing that. Spirit is confirming it. It's not one-sided, okay? It is not just you that feels that pull, that magnetic pull. We were talking about there being an energetic cord between the two of you, an energetic tie. You guys are very much so connected, okay? And it is reciprocal. Having fun just stood out. You guys need to lighten up the mood, lighten up the load. go out and go on dates or go have some fun. Maybe you guys haven't been on a date in a while. Maybe you guys just haven't had to enjoy the lighthearted side of the relationship in a while. Things have gotten pretty serious and cut and dry. You guys need to loosen up a bit and have a little bit more fun with each other, so that way you guys can enjoy the positive qualities and enjoy the positive energy and chemistry between you, okay? We have karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Exactly, they were carrying energy from their previous relationships, and I don't know exactly. So far, we'll get some more, but so far there was a catalyst. There was something that individually triggered them into letting go, cutting cords with their previous relationships, past partners, past resentments too. They may have been a bit jaded or not have expected the best out of love and future relationships, and now they're seeing, okay, I do have something that is equal, therefore I can't give up completely, I can't sabotage this completely, you know, I've got to do my part. So I've got to let go of the past if I'm going to be able to properly love pile one. Okay, so bottom of the deck we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. Okay, singles, I'm getting a separate message for the singles specifically. They're saying it will be a very, very fast shift between your previous dynamic with this person and what's coming next as soon as they let go fully of the past energy. You guys may go from being single to in a relationship very quickly, okay, because they're noticing I can't sabotage everything. Okay, they're noticing they have a habit of doing that, and this is a good thing, pile one. So singles, it's looking like they're ready to deepen things and take off, let's say, very quickly. Now those in a relationship, the lightning is giving two messages. Lightning for sure with the arguments and striking a nerve. Okay, don't push buttons for fun, and don't let others push your buttons either. Okay, if need be, separate and don't entertain. Okay, and that's for the both of you. Now with the other half, I know earlier I was saying, you know, don't expect an overnight change, you know, because if it doesn't happen, you can't ridicule this person because they couldn't do a 180 overnight. But if you do start seeing those major shifts out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, one day this person is acting one way, the next there's so much effort, it's ridiculous. Sit back and watch. You know, commend when needed. You know, you don't need to give this person a pat on the back or a cookie every single time they do something, but definitely don't ignore it. Pay attention. Don't let it go unnoticed, okay? Because you'll start to see little shifts suddenly. And when you do see those sudden shifts, make sure your energy is also in alignment. If this person is equally doing this work, I also need to do the work, okay? It's looking like they're really trying to deepen this and move it past anything that was hindering you or stopping you guys from deepening your connection. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Again, back to that having fun, flirting again. Maybe the honeymoon stage has been over or just ended for you guys. Again, I feel like you've known each other for enough time, but not super, super long, or haven't been together super, super long. Either way, flirting, having fun, you know, complimenting each other, doing the little cutesy stuff again. Okay, that's another way to bring that spark back. And then, like I said, they were talking about having fun. Extend your lighthearted energy. If this tends to be a serious person, like why so serious type energy, literally, by you leading by example, they'll follow suit. Okay, so if you share lighthearted energy, they'll have to match that. You guys are equally yoked right now, are working on it. So therefore, you guys are mirroring each other. If you want to lighten the energy and lighten the load, start with you and watch it branch out. Okay, lead by example in a sense. Now, if they don't follow suit, that's a completely different ballgame. All right, but if you're doing your part and then they follow suit, then we're good. We can keep trying. We can keep moving forward. This could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. For some of you, this is someone you've already tried it with before and it didn't work out in the past. It could be someone you were just dating. And for some of you, it could be actual like ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, yada, yada, whoop-de-whoop. Regardless, some of you are giving this a second go. And then for the rest of you who it's not someone you already previously knew and not trying again, it's saying that the reason why I have to fix these outdated thoughts and conditionings and, you know, replaying the same thing over, getting the same results, is because literally I will lose the one if I don't get my ish together. Okay, pile one. So this person is like really bucking up right now and saying, I got to get it together so that way I can see what I want to see in my physical reality. And this is a very much so deep committed relationship. I wouldn't take it so far to marriage and all of that just quite yet, but it would not surprise me if this person wants to be married one day. Okay? We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. You guys, that came out underneath passion, insane chemistry, liking each other equally, having fun. Okay? I'm a mother myself. If you want kids, knock yourself out. But if that is not on the agenda, make sure you're being safe. Okay, pile one. I was just talking about marriage literally right before I pulled that card. So maybe this person does want a family. That's something that's been coming up in readings lately. People having realization moments of, okay, I think I do want a family. So maybe that is something that this person is realizing. Even if that's not specifically with you, maybe last year if you would have asked this person, hey, do you want to get married and have kids? They probably would have said no, or I'm not really sure. If you were to ask them today, they'd likely say yes. Okay? We have past life relationship. You have known each other before, and this came out in reverse. Again, they're not repeating cycles. They're getting rid of past lovers. Honestly, some of you viewers, your person in mind may have a bugaboo ex or some like bugaboos in general who they're clearing out, like making it known or just getting rid of, you know, clearing out their phone, clearing out the, you know, Instagram or whatever they use these days, who knows. Anywho, cleaning house. This person is definitely cleaning house, whether that's physically or energetically. Regardless, they're taking out the trash. Okay, pile one. Bottom of the deck, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, and it was in reverse. So, lightning epiphany of this could really be the one for me. Like, and if I don't think this is my absolute overall soulmate, like, this is something that could go, the, you know, a long way. So it's absolutely worth every effort. Okay, pile one. So it's looking like your person is really getting their ish together so that they can be fully prepared and ready for a solid commitment. There is definitely energy invested between you guys equally. You guys are equally yoked. You guys are power energy each individually. So that would make a power couple. Okay, either way, that has good and bad. We are fixing the bad so that way we can fully embrace all of this good energy. Okay, so in doing so, this person, your person, is cleaning house, taking out the trash, so that way they can make as much room as possible for this connection. Okay, pile one. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose pile two, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on your person's thoughts and feelings. So we're going to be channeling some messages to see if we can get some details today. We're going to start with your tarot first. And if you guys hear the construction or the heater in the background, I apologize in advance. It may be a little noisy today in the background, but I wanted to get this done. We have two cards coming out. First one is the 8 of Wands. Second is the 5 of Wands in reverse. Let's get some more. Pile two. We have the Ace of Cups. The 7 of Pentacles. Let's get another one. And the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot in reverse. Alrighty, pile two. Your person's thoughts and feelings. Well, I am seeing there is a picking up of momentum, let's say. The momentum moving is coming in the area of your communication, pile 2, okay? The 8 of Wands is kind of like Cupid's arrow in a sense. It does have that underlying connotation to it. It is Cupid's arrow hitting, sticking, and landing, okay? When they crossed paths with you, pile 2, it was almost like starstruck, okay? They were very much blindsided by this connection, their attraction to you. This is not something that they were expecting whatsoever, okay? It caught them off guard. But with that 5 of Wands and the Ace of Cups immediately following, that 5 of Wands is a very combative, argumentative, like, I'm not up for it, I'm not into it, I'm not feeling it energy, I have time today, okay? They were not really looking for love or a connection when they crossed paths with you, okay? That's not something they were really looking for. Love, a connection, romance, relationship. They may have even been a little scared of a connection, okay? But when they crossed paths with you, pile 2, that was something they could not fight, okay? What you had to offer in and of yourself, your energy, your personality, your morals, what you believe in, how you carry yourself. It's not just the looks. Everything in between is what really drew them in and changed their mind without them having to really think twice about it, okay? They were like, I want this offering. I want this cup of love. I want to give my cup of love that I didn't even know I still had in me to this person now because of the fact that I was completely blindsided by them. I didn't even think this type of person existed, or I didn't think that I could be attracted to someone as much as I'm attracted to this person, okay? They are absolutely smitten by you guys in pile 2, to be honest. And with that 7 of Pentacles, they absolutely want to keep investing in this connection, and that is where that pickup of communication comes from. They may start to communicate and tell you their exact feelings and thoughts. You may not even need me for this, okay? But they're going to want to start expressing the internal feelings and thoughts externally. That way you guys have a understanding, and so you know that I see the qualities that you have in you, but I want you to also see the qualities I'm willing to offer you, pile 2, okay? They want to match your energy, pile 2. And that was a similar message with pile 1, but very, very much different. Matching energy was the underlying consistent message between you two, though, okay? So we're gonna get you some oracle cards, but they're definitely ready to move forward. Maybe not jump right in overnight or like as fast paced as that 8 of Wands typically could be. Now, if this were upright, I could see them diving head first, okay? But at a reasonable pace, let's say, taking baby steps, but very, very large baby steps, okay? Because again, this person is realizing that they have more to give in them than what they previously thought, okay? And that is to you guys, pile 2. We have look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay, this is getting really like heavy, and I actually can feel it in my chest. For some of you guys, this connection may be a little overwhelming or intimidating for you viewers, okay? Maybe this person did come on very, very, very hot and heavy, and maybe you guys are the type that likes to move at a little bit of a slower pace, and maybe you guys are runners. So when someone kind of throws so much on you or at you as an offering, it could be a little scary, or you may have a tendency of running, okay? So maybe, just maybe, a few of you guys are feeling like you want to pump the brakes. I am not getting that from your person, though. The person you have in mind is not thinking about pumping any brakes anytime soon, okay? We have secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Whew. Pile 2, this person is head over heels. I don't know what you did to them, but they are head over heels for you. We have wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. Exactly. So this person still has some work on themselves to do with that transitioning out of I'm not ready for love into I want to jump head first and dive full in. You know, that's a very big drastic change, and Spirit is saying for you guys, viewers, to hold strong onto that baby steps, taking it slow. You guys may be the ones that have to be a little more assertive about that, to keep it in check and keep it, you know, keep them in reality, let's say, not be too head in the clouds. Alrighty, because that Seven of Pentacles, though this is the Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, this picture really reminds me of that. And the Seven of Cups can have that underlying of dreaminess and irrationality. Okay, so this person, maybe once they are in love, they're in love. Like, they're in love. So maybe you guys will be the ones, again, to keep the reality, rationality, energy going within the connection, and have to remind them subtly that, hey, we need to slow down and let nature take its course. That way we're not jumping in too soon and sabotaging it, because if this is a good thing, I want it to stay a good thing. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have life is a series of consistently shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. Okay, so exactly, let nature take its course, go with the flow, same energy. Okay, they're wanting you to let spirit, in a sense, guide you and your intuition, pile 2. Okay, listen to your intuition, because when it's time to ease into it, you'll know, and when it's time to pick up the pace and get to it, you will know. Okay, but keep your head on strong and keep it on tight, pile 2, okay? Because I feel like you guys are really the driving force in this connection, and not this person. They could be the masculine in this dynamic, the masculine energy, if there is one, let's say. They could be the masculine, but when it comes to you, they submit in ways that they did not previously. Okay? So you guys, of course, even if you're the feminine or the submissive type of energy, you know, you guys will have to step up in new ways as well. Okay? We have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. That's that shifting of energy. It will not be a shifting of roles. You guys may have been my roles pile. It's a shifting of energies, but it is not a shifting of roles, pile 2, okay? If you guys are past viewers and you remember me talking about the dynamic of roles in relationships, traditionally, there are a few that in the past did believe in the traditional role playing within the household, let's say, okay? Energetically, you guys will have to switch to where you may be the masculine or the feminine and they may be the opposite, and vice versa, okay? For a short term, short brief time. But keep your head on right. Keep your head on right, because you guys will need to be thinking clearly, because if you do need to abort mission, then you need to have a clear mind and be able to abort mission, okay? We have mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Okay. There it is. You guys were thinking that maybe this is too good to be true. And Spirit is letting you know that though when it's good, it's good. When it gets bad, it gets rough, okay? Because that combative energy was there in the beginning. This is the second card out. But it's been there. They were just combative towards love overall. But when they are in love, they can become combative with the person that they are in love with, okay? That gaslighting is standing out. And the mask dynamic, they could be Geminis, but the mask dynamic is showing you one face majority of the time and then flipping it on the drop of a dime, almost like how they were flipping out of not wanting a relationship into wanting a relationship. Okay, they're giving me a side message of this person could be the type of person that, say you are in a relationship and then they get into an argument, you guys get into an argument, they could be like, I didn't even want to be in this relationship in the first place, or I wasn't looking for a connection, yada yada whoop-de-whoop, but they were the one pursuing it. Okay, so that's why they're saying keep your head on right and stay level-headed. Think rationally because you are going to be the rational one out of this connection. Okay, you see it clear as day and you see it for what it is. This person may be a little delusional or in their own world and expect things to be done their way. Okay, and things are all good when it is going their way, but when it's not, that's when you see that person's true colors. Okay, now how severe that is going to be different from everybody. You get what I'm saying? It could be very minute and barely there for some of you. But if it is a very drastic change between these two personalities, then that is something to keep in mind. Okay, they're saying, have you guys been in your first argument? They just asked that. Have you had your first argument? I don't know what that means. Take it, ask yourself that. Anyhow, we're moving on. We have keys on a ring, many opportunities, many options, decision, unconventional, strung along, one night stand. Whew. Pile 2, you guys are funny. You guys didn't really, some of you guys didn't have the intention on this going as far as it did. And vice versa for the rest of you. If you did have every intention on it making this far and going further, the rest of you then, they did not have any intentions on it going this far and being this serious and then being as infatuated with you as they are. Okay, but we're there now and they are. Okay, there's no backing down from that. There's no going back from that. These keys, they're talking about keys, house keys. Maybe you guys have a key to each other's house. Maybe they want to give you a key, separate message in and of itself. Regardless, what I'm getting from this card is this connection went further than either you or your person had intended. But now we're here and we have got to rekindle, renew, transform out of this energy in order to come correct and be in alignment. Okay, because if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. But if it's not meant to happen, it's not going to happen. Alrighty, we just have to make sure we're in alignment for either one. We have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Pile 2, they're also I don't know why they're asking you guys questions. They're asking you guys questions. They're saying, is it love or is it lust for you? And then once you answer that for yourself, move accordingly. Okay, like I said, we are putting ourselves in alignment with what it is. It is what it is. So either it is or it isn't, and based off of that fact, I can move correctly, let's say. So is this someone who I could love unconditionally, or do I feel the need to retract and love myself unconditionally? Bottom of the deck, we have heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Exactly. So you guys, half and half, again, half of you guys did not really expect it to make it as far as it did, but we're here now. So it's like, when you asked yourself that question, you may have realized, like, okay, maybe I am willing to open myself up to this connection, and I am willing to welcome love in and open my heart space. Okay, this person has to be willing to give that same key. Okay, you've got the lock, they need to have the key, and vice versa. So it needs to be equally yoked, and that's what I also talked about in pile 1, equally yoked energy. And if we cannot get on the same page and same energy wave, or same thought process, same intentions, same expectations even, then I need to separate and love myself right now. Okay, because I feel like you guys' work and applying pressure is different than theirs. Side message again, when you guys do something for someone, you do it because you want to do it. Pile 2, when this person does something for someone, they're doing it because they expect something in return, or they expect good karma from it. So keep that in mind too. All right, because that says a bit about someone's character. Okay, and like where their thoughts are at. We have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Unfortunately, pile 2, I'm just gonna say it sped up very fast. It got very, very hot and heavy, and the more I get into it, the more it's coming back downhill. It's like we went up and now we're slowly going back down. You guys were in the honeymoon phase, and I feel like you guys are realizing that I'm transforming out of that honeymoon phase, and I might be doing it individually. Whether I want to or not, it's not saying you don't like them, you're not attracted to them. If anything, it might be just physical attraction, and that may be the problem in and of itself, okay? Either way, I think you guys, viewers, are the ones that are like over the honeymoon phase, realizing that that phase is over. We're about to get to the nitty gritty, and what I see in the nitty gritty is not the greatest. I think I can love myself better, okay? We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, this person, some of you are going to choose to talk to this person about some of the things that we're going over right now, okay? And when you do talk to them, they are going to give you the smiley face, tell you what you want to hear. Oh no, you know, we can work at this, you know, let me know what you need from me, you know, we can do it, it'll be okay, everything's good. And then, you know, sweet talk you a bit, and then we'll move past it. But really, it's just enough to keep you quiet. It's just enough to keep the peace. It doesn't fix anything. It hasn't changed anything. It's just a band-aid yet again, slapping a band-aid on it, okay? So do not get bamboozled. And if you don't see the physical actions, don't believe everything that's being said, okay? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Many options, and calling in your soulmate. You guys may have many options. Your person may have many options. Even though this is a reading about your person, they're mainly talking about you guys, okay? I think that this person may just be an option to you, or the person that is coming in, whose energy is coming in for you specifically, is just an option, okay? So they're clearing that out. Possibly, you know, you're calling in your soulmate, and whether that person stays or goes is up to if they're for you, you know? So I feel like you guys are kind of still leaving it open. You guys are giving it a bit of a chance, but it's not much. Now, if this person rebuttals extremely quickly and does everything that they need to do and work on individually and with the connection, and you see the change, it's working, cool. But I feel like the majority of you guys will be choosing to move on, pile 2, okay? We have chemistry, and it came out in reverse. It says there's a strong magnetic connection here. Opposite of pile 1. You guys are not attracted enough to this person energetically and emotionally to where it's worth it. It's a physical thing, honestly. This is feeling like a very much so physical aspect, and that's where the brakes are coming in, like, halt. This can't go any further. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay? It's done. It is what it is. And that was something you guys chose, viewers. We do have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. So, for the ones who are going to give it a chance, you guys need to talk about things. There is communication here. If there's something bothering you, it needs to be talked about. If there's something that you feel needs to be worked on and transformed, it needs to be talked about. Regardless, you guys need to start having deeper talks. If everything was very much so surface level and very just lighthearted before, and things are starting to deepen, then you will need to start having some hard talks, some deeper talks, okay? And for the rest of you who are choosing to slowly move away into something better, you guys still need to express yourself. Maybe you're ghosters. I did talk about you guys being runners, but maybe you're ghosters too, where you're like, I don't have to explain myself. With this one specifically, I think why they're wanting you to explain where you're coming from before you just kind of dip out is because this person, your person, needs to hear some of these things, because if they don't, they're not. I mean, it's not up to you for them to learn these lessons, but these are lessons they need to learn, okay? Whether it comes from you or someone else, it doesn't matter. Regardless, what you have to say about the discontentment you're feeling is valid information, and it's something that this person can learn from, okay? Absolutely something that they can learn from. That way they don't keep repeating the same cycles, even though that cycle has nothing to do with you. People come and go in our lives, and vice versa. We come and go in people's lives to teach them lessons, okay? So for those of you who are choosing to leave, you are a lesson for this person. Get your ish together or you're going to keep sabotaging connections, because this is not healthy, okay? So thank you for being here. I hope that resonated with you, and I will be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose pile 3, then this is your reading. Again, today's pick a card reading is on your person's thoughts and feelings. We're going to be getting some channeled messages to see where they're at and see if we can get some details. We're going to start with your tarot cards first, and if you guys hear the construction or the heater in the background, I apologize in advance, but I wanted to get this done no matter what. So we're going to start with your tarot. We have the 8 of Wands, and that came out first in pile 2. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 eights. What else? Pile 3's person. We have the 9 of Wands coming out with the Strength card. So we have 888. This person or you could be a life path 8. We have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers in reverse. Alrighty. Pile 3, your person's thoughts and feelings. You guys' connection could have came to a very abrupt end if you guys had a previous connection before. Okay, so this is an ex possibly for some of you. Very recent energy is what I'm getting, but this is someone that you either know from the past or you were in a previous relationship with, okay? It's looking like there was an abrupt ending, and that on both behalves, you and your person's behalf, there was definitely a wall put up to protect both your heart and their heart, okay? But it does not take away from the fact that both you and your person feel hurt, okay? Because with this card, the Strength card, this deck individually gives me predator and prey with this card. I've always gotten that side message. So from their perspective, you would be the snake and they would be the mouse. And then from your perspective, vice versa. So you each see each other as the snake, okay? And would view yourself and your heart to be the mouse. So this is clarifying that your person and mind, their feelings are absolutely hurt around you, okay, and about you. They're absolutely hurt. And they may put on a facade in order for them to feel better, but also to trick the outside world and those around. So even family and friends may not know that this person is hurting over you, okay? This is not something they want to clarify. This is not something that they want to talk about, okay? They have this certain thing about them, okay? This ego thing. They could be Leos with all this fire/8 energy. They could be Leos or life path 8s, like I said. Either way, they have this thing about them where they don't want to let people know how they're truly feeling, what they're thinking. They don't want people to know that they actually have emotions, okay? And they actually have a heart to begin with. So they have to be a trickster. Regardless, pile 3, this person's thoughts and feelings towards you are definitely distorted right now because they don't want to process the hurt, okay? So I feel like this is a connection that has, again, abruptly ended, or someone from the past that you know of, in which it wasn't, possibly wasn't the greatest, or they could have been in a not so healthy relationship at the time. Either way, shifting out of that energy has been very difficult for your person. And as of right now, when we are doing this reading, your person has not been able to process the pain of the disconnect, okay? Right now, they're kind of stroking their own ego and ignoring it, playing it like everything's cool, you know, hey, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Oh, I'm fine, you know, kind of like that. We have time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So again, that it was very, very soon. It was very recently. This came out, and they're telling me to keep it. We have sexual union. This came out in pile 2. Honor the place in one another where you have one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. You guys may have had an accident, a slip up since this breakup, okay? And that may have confused you, viewers. That absolutely could have confused some of you. And if it isn't, you guys already slipping up, then that's something that you or your person is struggling with, is the passionate part of the relationship, let's say. The lack thereof now, with there being a separation. If nothing else, even if things were bad, you guys at least had that passion that you guys could come back to. And now even that's gone, so that's kind of scary, okay? But you are trying too hard, give it time, and don't force that. If you feel like that's all you have, is kind of what they're saying. Allow it time to process, because it just happened. And I remember our readings, pile 3. You guys just went through this energy. We were going through it for a bit, if you've been here consistently. Now, if you're new, maybe some of the previous readings will resonate. Anywho, don't try too hard by bringing in the passion now that there's a disconnect, to try to overcompensate for everything else that's lacking or missing, okay? Because then they're just saying you're kind of setting yourself up, and vice versa, your person. If they try to do that, you know, be passionate with you again after all of this, after all of these emotions, and then they did the deed, they would be feeling even worse afterwards than what they did to begin with, okay? So don't set yourselves up. Don't let your person set yourselves up. We have secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. We literally just said that. They're not planning right now, they're with their thoughts and feelings. They're not planning on communicating this with you just yet, because it is so fresh. The wound is still very much so open. Pile 3, okay? And there doesn't need to be, again, a confusion between love and lust, passion and this type of union, let's say, okay? No gray area with this. Trying to keep it as cut and clear and rational is the word, as possible, okay? Bottom of the deck, it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So this is talking about this disconnect. It serves its purpose. It definitely serves, not served. It's currently serving its purpose. Pile 3, okay? For both you and them. Because for your person, their thoughts and feelings, they are not processing them. They're not thinking about them. They don't really have too many thoughts besides the fact that I need to put up my guard and protect myself in my heart that isn't even technically there, okay? Ego driven. Definitely. They're not ready to move out of that energy just yet. Everybody processes and handles emotions differently. This is someone who typically does not process, okay? So this is a learning experience for them, but also for you. For you to also stand strong when needed. Don't cave in, okay? When you need to stand up for what you believe in and protect yourself, protect what you have worked so hard to become and to get in life. Doesn't matter how much you love someone, you can't let someone taint that or tarnish that or ruin that. So if you have to love someone from a distance for a bit, then do so. And that's exactly what I'm getting this. I'm getting that you guys are loving them from a distance, and they are also loving you from a distance. But you see the truth, and they have to still learn it. Okay? So part of this disconnect is them seeing the truth and moving out of ego. We have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and restraint. Exactly. Your person has some emotional blocks right now. Emotional blockages, absolutely. And you do see the ball and chain on this heart, okay? So they do have some heavy trauma that they are carrying with them from past relationships, and it could just be life in general. I'm getting something here with toxic masculinity and conditioning with the father. Okay, absolutely. So some of their when it comes to their emotions and how they relay them and communicate them and show them, it is very much so mirrored after what they were taught, obviously. But with this person, your person specifically, I'm getting like very macho type of vibe. Very much so. And even if your person is, you know, identifies as feminine, still, like, I identify as a feminine, and I myself had this macho thing going before I processed and came to that clarity and that resolution that I had to fix it. Okay, so I'm getting that same energy from them, and it will take their own self-realization in order for them to remove that restraint. Alrighty. We have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. Exactly. Toxic, toxic energy. I'm getting toxic. Fear, ego, jealousy. I was just talking about toxic masculinity in a sense. Macho, you know, macho energy. But with that person giving so little, it would always and will continue until it's fixed to put you in the position to feel the need to overcompensate and give more. So if this person is given 30, you're giving 70 automatically in order for it to operate semi-smoothly. Okay? It's not that you're not enough. It's just that this person hasn't caught up to you yet. It's not that you're beneath them. You're not above them either. It's just they're not quite where you are in an energetic sense, let's say. We have kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Okay. You guys, they're talking about this. Caving in. I keep getting caving in, pile 3. It's only going to it's going to cause confusion, flat out. It is. Though the feelings are there between both you and your person, as of right now, this disconnect again is serving a purpose. Loving each other from a distance. Well, at least that's you're knowing, you're understanding. They're not hip yet, but you're loving them from a distance right now because they need to learn these hard life lessons that I can't just tell you and you learn and pick it up overnight, you know? So if I do, again, cave in, start showing love, affection, doing the deed, things like that, again, more confusion for both you and them. You don't want to put yourself in a uncomfortable predicament either, okay? Because right now it's saying that healing needs to happen before there is a reconnect, okay? We have the Grim Reaper. Oh my God. I just said a reconnect. And it says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Well, that's that, okay? No second chances, grow and transform. Now, if you guys have been consistently picking pile 3 and you remember our old readings, we have pulled this multiple times. You guys moved out of that. This person is still on your mind. This is still, you know, in your energy space if you have been here from the past. Now, if you're new, welcome to the party. We've been going through this consistently. My viewers and I have been going through this for a bit now, okay? But the message has not changed when it comes to that specific person. They want you to grow and transform your life past them. Like I said, it's not like a you're better than them. Like, it's, I'm not saying it like that, but energetically ranking, spiritually ranking, absolutely you're higher ranking. Absolutely. We've talked about this, pile 3. You guys are my most spiritual pile. You guys cannot entertain lower vibrational energy. It will literally take away from you and deplete your day-to-day energy, let alone your spiritual energy, okay? But with this, as of right now, as of today, this message could change in the future, but as of right now, until this person catches up with you, it's over for right now. I'm going to have to love you from a distance. It's not saying they don't love you, and it's not saying you don't love them, but tough love. Some people need it, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. So, split message, because I got one intuitively. Some of you guys need to reconnect with your friends in this time period because you will need to distract yourself. Some of you guys are worriers, and if you don't keep yourself busy, you will keep thinking about the same thing. It's not that you're not the ones processing, and I'm not saying distract yourself so you can't process. No, they're distracting you from repeating the same things, repeating the same thoughts, putting yourself down this repetitive rabbit hole, and next thing you know, you're feeling like crap. Okay? So maybe you do need to reconnect with your friends, have some fun, step out, meet new people, yada yada whoopie whoop. You need to engage with people that are not your person, okay? For the rest of you, when the time comes for there to be communication between you and this person, because I'm getting a split message. For half of you, it's over, and for half of you, it's not. As it's just over for right now. When the time comes for you guys to talk and to sort things out, you guys need to meet in a public place. Fair stomping grounds, you know what I mean? Fair, neutral area to converse, let's say. That way, if it is not something that you are feeling, you don't feel obligated or pressured into doing anything you don't want to do, which could be just staying in general, okay? And then also, if it goes well, you guys are already in the position to where you guys can build upon that day or that date or that setup or whatever it may be and go from there. But heavy on the go with the flow on that, okay? Play it by ear. If you guys meet up and the conversation goes south, that's okay. Just separate. But if it goes good and everything sounds great, keep going with it a little bit, see where it heads. If it just only sounds good and the actions aren't good too, though, you already know what to do. Separate. Okay, pile 3. Let's get you guys some more oracle. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Exactly. But also this person carrying over. What caused you guys to separate in the first place is stuff. I almost said something else. Is stuff that they carried over from past relationships. It wasn't you. It wasn't your fault. Okay? You can't come into a relationship and condemn someone for something that they didn't do to you. You guys didn't do certain things to this person that they were feeding back to you, let's say. Okay? So this is someone from the past. Release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy, and it came out in reverse, and that is talking about that running yourself, stressing yourself out a bit, thinking things over, well, what if I could have done something differently, or what if I, maybe I should have tried this, or maybe I didn't even try every avenue, maybe we could have gone to counseling, or whatever it may be. It didn't happen, and that's not where we're at today, so therefore it should not be stressing me out. Okay? You have to take reality for what it is today in this very moment. Same thing with this secret admirer. You can have feelings for me, but at the end of the day, as of right now, in reality, you're not telling me, you're not showing me, you're definitely not acting like it. Okay, so as of right now, I need to clear out the clutter and the extra energy within me and around me until the actions and the words match everything else. Okay? We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So some of you guys have children, and you will be choosing to love them better in order to love yourself better. So some of you guys take great pride in being parents, okay? Some of you guys take great pride in being parents. And if you feel like you're falling off, if you ever feel like you're falling off on your parenting, like you feel terrible about it, you know what I mean? Like it's very important to you. So you guys will choose to redirect your energy from relationships into your children. And then for some of you, you guys have children with this person. So it makes it very hard to have a healthy relationship between the two of you if they dwell in this energy, okay? And you are vibrating at a higher level, okay? Because no matter what, you will always be the prey to them, no matter what, okay? So right now you need to do what's best for you and your littles if you have them. And then for the rest of you, if you have 0 kids and you're like, well, what are you talking about? Let's keep it that way and not have those slip ups, because one slip up can become Kids, okay? Be cautious, especially if you're in this predicament right now. Having those slip-ups and going back, you know, for that could definitely result in that. And that would be the worst timing possibly for you guys, or that wouldn't be the dynamic that you would want your kids to come out of, let's say. Alrighty. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And we had codependent here. So your person is codependent on you in some ways, and you are codependent on your person in some ways. And just like I said, this separation serves a purpose. It's serving a purpose for them, but it's serving a purpose for you too, to address your codependency issues. For those of you who have kids, it's more than the kids. It's more than just like family. Like, you leaned on this person in more ways than just, oh, we're together and oh, we have kids together. I feel like you guys trusted this person almost with your life. And if it came down to making life-changing decisions, you probably would let them when you guys were in a good space, let's say. So now this is Empress energy. She is the Empress without being the Empress. If this was a tarot deck, she would be the Empress card based off the imagery, okay? The Empress is the mother or the father, regardless of how you identify. Getting back in tune with that. Stepping into my strength in the right ways and not becoming a victim. Okay? Not becoming a victim. But embracing all that is in reality today, which is my love for myself and those around me. And until other people, outsiders, can show me that same unconditional love, I will keep pouring it into me and those around me, okay, until the lesson has been learned and the necessary changes have been made, let's say. So, like I said, half of you guys will be choosing to give this a chance when the lessons have been learned, and the other half of you will be choosing to redirect your energy permanently, okay? Regardless, be open to getting back out and enjoying life, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have trust. I forgot to read this. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Exactly. Keep your faith in the future. There's always more for you. You guys had the right intentions. You guys' hearts were pure. They're not saying you were a saint, but your intentions stayed pure from start to finish, okay? So now we're going to recalibrate ourselves and realign with our Empress or Emperor energy. That way I'm putting my best foot forward and having faith and trust in my future, because regardless, my future is good, and I'm going to make sure, because I'm pouring love into it, into myself, and into those around me yet again. Okay, Pile 3, so thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye-bye.